The moment I opened the door to our bedroom, I screamed. There was my husband and a strange woman, both naked. They were obviously having an affair.
Shut up, you ugly bitch. You said it, man. There's no way I'll ever be satisfied with an old woman like you. And, those I hook up with should be pretty. And by the way, she's pregnant. So I'm done with you.
I'm so Paulson Sage, who was seen cheating on his wife, doesn't feel bad about it. He insults me for my looks, calling me ugly. And the kind husband who used to tell me that I was beautiful inside and out was gone. I left the house without the strength to talk back. My name is Joyce. I am 32 years old and work for a temp agency. I've been with the company for more than 10 years and have a good reputation within the company. I'm proud of the fact that I have helped many job seekers. I make good money and have recently started living in a tower condo. It seems like my life is smooth sailing, but I have a big problem. I tend to carry around a lot of stress from work. I love to drink and often stop by my favorite bar after work. The barkeeper would listen to my complaints about my work. So, I was dealing with a very annoying job seeker the other day. He had no will of his own and left everything to me. That must have been tough. Even if they leave it to you, they still have to find a position that they are satisfied with. But you've dealt with people like that in the past, right? That you can understand they might feel uneasy during the job hunting process. I'm able to draw out their strength and aptitude, but that doesn't always lead to what they want. That's why this job is tiring. Going to a bar like this helps relieve some of the stress. And after I get home, I order a bunch of food from Uber. I spend my days like this, relieving my stress before going to bed each night. That's why I've been gaining weight lately, but I had to let it go to keep working. And one day, I was having a drink at the same B as usual. Then a man entered the bar and approached me.
May I sit next to you?
He smiled and sat down next to me.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
He was a handsome man with a slim figure in contrast to me.
Hi, Wade. Good to see you.
I can have whiskey, please?
Sure. Just a moment.
He seems to be a regular customer of this bar. After sipping whiskey, he called out to me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Wade. I'd like to have a drink with you, if you don't mind.
No, sure. Nice to meet you. I'm Joyce.
What kind of work do you do? Joyce.
I work for a temp agency. It's been over 10 years.
10 years. I respect that. I'd like to know more about you, okay?
As soon as we introduced ourselves, we immediately became comfortable with each other. From there, we talked about our favorite drinks and hobbies for about an hour. Wade and I became friends. We met a few times at a bar, and we started dating. I was the one who asked him to marry me. He accepted me as I was without worrying about my age or my appearance. Wade was only 25, but I was already past 30. I didn't want to delay marriage any longer. I was very nervous about proposing, but I did my best to tell him my feelings for him.
Of course, I'll marry you. Thank you for choosing me.
Wade accepted with a smile, and we were happily married. He moved out of the apartment he was living in and moved in with me. He'd been working as a temp until we got married, but he started to feel that he wanted to get a job and become a full-time employee. For my husband's sake, I put my skills as an employee of a temp agency to good use. Also, as a result, I was able to introduce him to the best job.
Thank you. Oh, Joyce! I can finally work as a full-time employee. Oh, you're the best.
I'm happy for you. Thank you for believing in me. Let's do our best for each other, for the sake of our future child.
Hearing my husband's words of gratitude, I was once again motivated to work hard. I was looking forward to our new married life. However, our newlywed life took a turn for the worse after only a few months. We were both getting busier at work, and we were spending very little time together.
Hey, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep this up. I'm a little worried that we're not spending enough time together. Can we spend more time together?
I felt that our lifestyles were becoming disconnected, so I asked my husband for advice. But my husband's response was so simple.
Oh, I guess work comes first. We can't help it.
He seems to be prioritizing work over spending time with me. Understand that he values his work, but I don't get the sense that he wants to enjoy his time with me. Also, it has become the norm for my husband to come home around midnight these days. Even if you're busy with work, you come home late, you know? What are you doing after work? Are you meeting someone else?
Oh, what? Are you doubting me? I'm just busy working overtime, and... Hello, so I go to the bar alone lately. But that's also, I might do what I want that much.
But please think about spending a little time with me too. I'm always waiting for you to come home, you know. We can't even have dinner together anymore.
Alright. I get it, hey, what a pain.
I had wondered about my husband's cold attitude. I just wished I could spend some quality time with him. A few days passed. I finished work earlier than usual and I'm in a good mood. My husband happened to be taking a day off, so we can finally spend some quality time together as husband and wife. I come home and open the front door. I'm home, but there is no answer from my husband. I open the door to my room, thinking he might be out of the house. The next moment, I could not believe what I saw and I screamed out, "Oh my, what?" There was my husband with a woman I didn't know. They were naked, having an affair.
Oh, what? Why are you home early? I mean, this with the loud voice? You know what? You should be thanking me. I've been at the fat older woman like you all this time.
He was caught cheating on me, and my husband doesn't seem to feel a bit bad about it. And he talks down to me like he's insulting my looks. What the hell is going on here? You're gonna have to explain it to me. And why are you talking about my looks? What's wrong with you? Actually, I was confused and told my husband to explain the situation, but my husband was aloof and continued to insult me.
I was having an affair with this woman, see. Oh, this is Nina. Oh, we work together. Oh, the truth is, I was busy meeting with her, you know?
Hassan, you're cruel. Wade, are you Joyce, his wife? Wow, you're as fat and ugly as Wade told me. Wade doesn't deserve a woman like you. He deserves better.
This Nina girl had no mercy on me either. Get out, both of you. Get dressed and get the hell out now. I immediately tried to get rid of my husband and the woman, but they insisted.
You're the one who should leave. Okay. Slay, one bait to this place has become a love nest for me and Nina. Can't you see? Nina's beautiful. Oh, he's so different from her, the fat and ugly one. You know you're not good enough for me, right? Oh, one more thing. Venus pregnant, but you're not getting divorced.
Yes, it's gonna be me and him. You should be out of his life.
I was also told that she, the woman my husband cheated on me with, was pregnant and was forced to divorce me. My anger had reached its peak. I knew that dealing with these two idiots would get me nowhere, so I tried to hold back my anger.
You're trying to say something, but I didn't cheat on you, you know? What are you talking about? As you recording this entire conversation, you have no proof. Even if you try, I can make up any story way I want and tell everyone. You're such a naive, stupid woman offering me a job, you know.
My husband said those selfish things and then returned the favor. He must be insane. Betrayed in every way. I had no energy to talk back and agreed to the divorce. Before I left, I took out my anger on my husband. If you think you're gonna get what you want, you're wrong. You're gonna pay for this. I promise.
Yeah. But you can come to me anytime. Well, I guess it doesn't matter how hard you try.
My husband took my words as nothing more than a sore loser. I was so angry. I ran out of the apartment and went to my brother's house to see him. Upon pleats, I talked to him about it and decided to get back at my husband. The next day, I went to his office with my brother. My husband, arrogant as ever, looked at my brother's face but had no idea who he was. I think I've seen you before, but who are you? My husband's face breaks into a panic when he hears my brother's question. You can't be. Yes, that's right. I am. I'm Joyce's brother, and I believe we met you at the wedding. Well, since we didn't have much contact at work, it's hard for you to recognize me as the general manager. Joyce has told me a lot about you. You're beyond ungrateful. Can't you see that your behavior is unacceptable as an employee and as a family member? I could have you fired for hurting my sister, you know? The tone was calm, but my brother's words were deeply affecting my husband. But when my husband lost his will to say anything back, I followed my brother's lead.
My brother reported to me that he saw you kissing Nina. That made me worry, so I left work early yesterday so that I could hire a private investigator to look into your background. I'll soon have proof of the affair, and I'll be using them to sue you. So, be ready for it.
With a refreshed look on my face. I left. When I looked back briefly, my husband was standing there with a pale face. Later that night, I returned to my apartment and drifted off to sleep. But while I was sleeping, I heard a noise. But to my surprise, my husband was turning the room upside down. I had forgotten to retrieve his duplicate key and had allowed him to break into the room.
What are you doing? Do you know what time it is? You are disturbing the neighbors. Please.
Shut up. There's no way I'm leaving like this. Give me the data of the photo. I will erase and destroy the evidence. My husband was yelling at me and glaring at me in a desperate attempt to escape. My brother rushed in and seized him. My brother had just stayed at my place to discuss our plan in detail. After that, the security guard I had called also seized him. My husband was completely immobilized.
Get off me! What the hell are you gonna do with me?
I'm going to call your parents now. I'll tell them what happened and get them over here. And I'm going to ask them to take their helpless son home.
Chloe, you can't do this.
Hello? Yes, it's me. Joyce. I'm sorry for calling so late at night. I have something urgent to tell you.
Oh, Joyce, what's wrong?
It's about Wade and me. We're getting divorced.
What? What are you talking about? Why all of a sudden?
Oh, wonder you are surprised. I apologize for the sudden report. Wade has been having an affair with a coworker. He also made some abusive remarks toward me. Would you mind listening to the recording?
Ounce it.
As soon as I started playing the recorder on the spot, my husband turned pale.
Hey, I don't know anything about this.
If I had recorded it, it would be evidence, right? You told me when I caught you cheating on me, remember? So I had the recorder with me at all times after that. There's no way you can get away with this.
Oh no. I understand the situation now. I'm so ashamed of you, Wade, and I am so sorry he caused you so much pain. Joyce, as his parent, I am truly sorry. I'm going to go over there now with my husband and bring our stupid son home.
About 30 minutes after the phone call, my in-laws arrived.
Be sure you apologize to Joyce in front of us.
I am sorry.
My husband gets down on his knees and apologizes to me in tears. A few months later, I divorced Wade. The affair spread quickly in Wade's company as soon as the evidence became public.
Wade, what you did is something that will never be forgiven. To trouble, and I will say that will damage the company's social credibility. I'm truly sorry, but I am gonna have to ask you to leave this company. By the way, Nina's already resigned.
She says she's given up on the idea of marrying you and raising the child on her own. No, this can't be true. My ex-husband tried to get in touch with Nina, but they have lost touch. He was forced to resign from his job and lost his lover all at once. He is unable to live alone because he has to pay alimony to me. He cries to his parents and spends his time at his parents' house feeling ashamed of himself. The amount of alimony is growing considerably due to the photo data and the abusive words he hurled at me. I hope he can start his life over again and live a decent life next time. After that, I met a wonderful prince a little older than me and got married. I used to put work first, but I've started to think about my family more. I work on my stress with daily exercise and put a little more effort into my beauty regimen. But while reflecting on my past, I want to spend my days in a way that makes me truly happy,